Okay, good morning, Mike. Good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets. Let me go into our TradeView Market site. I usually have something set up here. There's a lot going on today, and I'm here to convey that to you. Share. Here's our screen. Okay, TradeView Markets. It's the market. Some relative strength. A lot going on up there. Hold on, let me put on a live trade here. Boom. Dipping in buying a little crude. UCO 33. Okay. Good morning. Okay, so it's Wednesday. It's July 5th. Fed speak coming out a little bit as said by our economic indicator. Let's sign in. I sign in the same as everybody. I'll submit my preferences because I want TradeView Markets to know my preferences because you know what? They know what I prefer. Ripping. All right. So here we came in today. Okay. Hold on. So let me go to my chart here. SPY, daily. Futures bouncing up a little bit, not helping them. Okay, here's our daily chart on the SPYs. All right. So yesterday we had a nice move up. We started, it was a reversal, if you will. So we started lower. We had a nice move up, and this is where we're stalling here, short term, right at the 8-day and right at the gap. So it's yet to be determined and forming this little, it's setting up to make a move, if you will, one way or the other. But you know what? The rotation is even. Here we can go with, for example, we'll look at a stock like NVDA reversed. Apple was positive, but you still have Exxon as the future's going lower. Exxon's still going low. We're probably headed towards a 200-day. Let's look at the XLE. Same thing, broken now. Everybody's futures coming a little bit. So the market's still, there's, you know what? It just changed from overhead supply towards technology stocks, and if you will, a couple other things. Now there's overhead supply in the oils. Let's look at Chevron. Let's look at UNG, natural gas. Oh, my Lord. Look at UNG, bear flag. Boyle was $144. What is today? I said today, it's July 7th. And this is going back to what day? July, okay, 1 week, 1 month, 132 to 40. Actually, no surprise to what the rest of the markets or stocks have been doing. Listen, we're playing between these levels, as I said this morning, and Lewis is bringing up good points, and here it is. Let me go. Oh, you know what? Let me go back. You know what? Since I'm in order here, let's go in order. Okay. Noted where the spies were. All right. This is short-term sentiment. We're in the middle. All right. So in the middle means stock picking. Rotation is evident. That's why Exxon's down. That's why Apple's up. Microsoft, Google's up. That's why the banks are still under pressure. You have some ancillary drugs that are, or labor was acting well. Labor acted well. XBI was up at 82.5 at one point. Labor was well over 9. Crisp is up 6. Nutella followed through, very well. Chinese stocks are poor. So there's rotation. And by the way, going back to what I post every day, short-term market sentiment, it's stock picking. And let me go back to another one. Let me give you the range of the futures. And Coach is more the judge and the jury than I am because he's a lot better at these levels. But this was the plan today. And where was it? Okay, very simple. ES. Between 37.50 and 38.50. Let's go to our spies and look at it that way. Okay, hold on, daily sharing. These are our levels. Let's go to a 1 hour. Okay, so it's basically 375 right here to, what is it? 385. So we're in between that range. And between then, because it's stock picking, just stay in between, stay in those lanes here. It's pretty evident between the market. It's not, I don't know if the lows have been in. Things are certainly rotating properly on the way that it should. Hopefully, if maybe some of these cyclicals, and let me go back to here, because crude and just sentiment wise, crude and gold are way oversold. Pardon. And you know how sentiment plays. They can stay overbought and oversold longer than usual. Where's our here we go. Okay, our gold, gold's also down what? Another $2, $2.65 today. So gold's, back into a year as much oversold as it has been in a year. Crude, now that it's down, my V's in it, but it's not going as much as it should. Same thing. So you know what I mean? I might listen, I'm trading, you know what I mean? I could is the right trade here to buy Nevada positive at this time of day? I'm not quite sure. Should I be adding into Lebu here? Actually, I took some off. I'm not going to lie. So I'm looking for still rotation. So, when the, and I don't know if I'm going to get it. I always ask coach if the stocks on a trade like the GLD or the UCO here. And by the way, there are probably 8 out of 10 better trades, but I'm an active trader. It's what I do. I'm looking for the stocks to lead the commodity out here, and I'm looking for a stock like Exxon, if it's going to base, or if you will, or you could even go to ConocoPhillips. I mean, there's one. You could Oxy. Warren's probably, it's evident that Warren Buffett's adding to Oxy because that one's holding a lot better than the majority of them, if you will. It's coming back. BHP Billiton, we got out of that one. Thank God I didn't have an ego there. RSI still oversold, but still I'm not doing it. Rio, same thing. These European miners and everything like that. GDX. We posted, hold on, panic in the miners. Here's more data. The panic reading in the GLD, yet another span or sample size that just completely gets extended, it's the highest reading in 39 years of panic in the miners. 39 years. Forget about the financial crisis. Forget about 9/11. Forget about the 39 years. You're having that type of sample. So when you're having these expanding ranges, these expansions can stay that way for a while. Probably this GLD, if you thought there was panic in the GLD, in the miners 3 days ago, there probably would have been a top reading panic in the last, whatever, instead of 39 years, 10 years. And that still would have made you to believe it. But you know what? The last move is the worst. Futures. Okay. So this is where the indicators stand. Do your homework, lean. This put a little damper on the rally. The ETF put call ratio has been under 1 for 5 the last 7 days. Folks are warming up to stuff. So like I posted this morning, if you're up in things, it's like you're open. So you have a portfolio and some stocks are working. It's like opening up 4 franchise store, 4 businesses. You have, after things have made a move and you had either a holiday rush or a seasonal trend that might define a small time frame that might be analogous to how your earnings per sales go out a year. So this is a time where you have to start evaluating. Like I said this morning, now's the time to see what your position has, because the market has arranged today a little bit. There are some shakeouts. So we'll leave it at that, for lack of a better term. All right. So what else? I'm not going to be too long here because everybody should get the picture. The price action is bullish for now. It's okay. We're down 1 in the futures, whatever. Technical patterns. Yesterday's movers in yesterday's mover, SPX. Good point, coach. Walt upgrades and downgrades. Bio stocks about Mo. Here's Goldman. More upside. Here's Goldman Sachs. Here's their price targets and the current price. It's up to you to see what's going on here. 4 of the top 10 are in travel, leisure, by the way, that are underperforming. Here's the calendar for today. Coach through. By the way, great idea. There's Gerard. No, Nevada has an RSI divergence. So Nevada today, what's the low on Nevada? 147. It's not a barn burner, but certainly Gerard was in the right church and right pew. Here's Nevada today. What did Nevada? They shook you out on the dip. You went from 148 to 152. Nice trade. Something's going up here. Yep, UCO is ripping. So EE. Let's buy two. Excuse me a second. Smart TV is the algo we use. Etsy. They're coming up a little here. BHP Billiton. Oh my God, look at this thing. It's coming up a little now, BHP, with some volume. Listen, it might work, it might not. They're better trades. But as these go up, are the other ones going up? Is Apple going up with relative strength or what? And the market's moving up a little bit. Etsy, XLE. Here's the XLE. So the low on XLE so far was 66.40. It went below the 200. They undercut it. They're actually going up now. UCO is going up now nicely. Slob, EE, BHP Billiton. What else am I in? Apps was a letdown. Sorry, Lewis. Exxon. What's Exxon doing? This is like the late day. This is 11:50. It's the late morning cover, shakeout, whatever you want to call it. This apps is not cooperating, Lewis. Why? I'm gonna have to sell it. Hold on. No. Position. Yes. Well, 18 was a bad price I got. 1842. I'll offer it out. Smart TV is how we sell it. because that's the best ECN. Anybody got any questions? Louis, Gerard, come on. Here's what the 8 level discussed. Futures doing nothing much. Apps, Siga not going. A slob stinks. Crude stinks. Coin was the day going to be the coin? No. You know, let's look at the wise guys are doing it. Let's stop complicating things. Let's go to my Twitter feed. Okay, despite the good action, it didn't. No, there's no fear. Nobody's really. PBR bearish ERF. GDX short setup working. What is the Frama Hertz like? The GDX to 23. Yeah, you know what? Maybe it goes. This trade's over. What am I gonna short GDX here? You know, am I really looking to make a half a point when the RSI is here? You know what I mean? Maybe I do make a half a point. Maybe somebody makes a nice trade and sticks with relative weakness. But that's it for me. That trade's over in terms of let's look at the wise guys here. Flow. And if I'm going off on tangents, I'm not going to apologize because you know, those of you that know me on here know what I'm doing. PBR, Meta, BEKE, bearish flow. ET bullish, CNQ bullish, X bearish. CPNG, a stock I was said to watch for some time now. Where's that? CPNG is still squeezing it? Yeah, they are. Trade's over. Actually, it's not over. CPNG, futures. Looks like yeah, here we go. Let me just sum it up in a nutshell. Looks like a similar theme to what we saw yesterday, recession playbook with a focus on secular tech. But the buying is not as aggressive. It's more selective. You know what? And the Rev was right. This is what the Rev just said. Despite the good action, it doesn't feel like FOMO. I'm not fearful. You know what I mean? I can step away and I'm not going to miss it. Sega, apps, you stink. UCO, you stink. All right. What's moving here? TradeGATEHub. Stocks. Right here. New share. Top US gainers right here. TradeGATEHub. Go right here. You look. So INN is working. Punch it up. IINN. I have to pull it up. All right, so I'm interested. What else is good? Cal, RVP, Omega, TCRT, SSRK, VERU, we're on it. VIRX, futures, nothing. What's the top? Yes, okay, what's top losers? What's actually poorly today? Right on TGH, right here. RADA, FFIE, low floaters. FRO, Shipper, UUU. Nothing sexy right now. You know, nothing's like there. So we'll leave it at that. It's 11:20. Any other questions or any questions? I'll leave it at that. Got to congratulate my nephew, Jack. Great point. Be patient. Listen, we're in the range. Jack, way to go. We're in the range. Etsy, General Motors. Listen, you got to keep an eye on it. Listen, these macro stories may tell our biggest stories about mom and pop situations or 401ks. Here's the long-term chart on General Motors. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to be happy about it. Somebody might open their, I'm happy that Micron's up or AMD might be bouncing, but somebody's looking at General Motors isn't. Somebody that's looking at Citibank isn't. Somebody's that looking at, what else is doing? You know what I mean? See you tomorrow, Mike. Yeah, I'll leave it at that, Coach. Coach is giving me the hook. All right, guys, I'll be back after lunch, starting it off 11:20 Eastern. Stay within a range. Yesterday wasn't a nice day. This is what they call maybe a resting day or a, no, I know I'm saying nephew to I know it's Dale. I was saying something to my nephew. He's watching right now and he's going to, yeah, that's why. I know it's Dale. Thank you. That would be a hell of a statement from a 16-year-old if that was the case. So CRISPR, Nutella. So let's go back to our Nutella. I said I was going to sign off, but they caught my eye. So should I be upset that Nutella, after going from 52 to 60, it was up $9 yesterday, and it gives back $2.50? No, I'm not upset that it's giving back. Here's the chart right here. Like I said, it was building this cup and handle. I gave it the ultimate compliment. I wouldn't want to short it. And that's that. BHP bill. All right. So cheers, everyone. I'll be back after lunch. I'll have my plan. Right here, I'll write down my stocks with movers, good range and volume, and good price action. And price action means if the futures are going down, the stock is staying good or going up, that's good price action. So that's my job to relate that. I get down my list and I go through my charts if they fit my criteria, which means like 20% off the high, or maybe the short that I want to short 20% up the low, just throwing it out there. That's what I look to do. So trade well, be prudent. There's nothing really going on in terms of it's lunchtime and it's evening out and there's no FOMO. Let the market rest, come up with the plan and your pivots and